Hello everyone, so good to see you. Welcome to a new Good Vibes Gaming discussion. Unless you've been living underneath a boost pad, Nintendo has finally revealed the Switch 2 and a new Mario Kart. And we're here to talk about potential new characters that we might see in that roster. We've got presumably a whole 24 characters that might show up in a single race, and we need some characters to fill it out. I'm joined here today with John Cartwright and
Hi.
Derek Bittner.
Hello.
Thank you both for joining me here today.
If you lived under a boost pad, would you be continuously pushed forward underneath, or are you just cozy under there?
I think you would just be continuously pushed forward, so
Yeah,
it wouldn't be very comfortable.
No,
You wanna
it's
be
not
out
very
there.
comfortable at all.
Come onto the open. But before we go ahead and jump in right away, I'm just gonna get some quick Switch 2 impressions and Mario Kart impressions. So, John, how are you feeling about the overall reveal and the state of where we're at with Nintendo announcing these two right now?
I'm feeling pretty good. I think when it was first revealed, I was just kind of in the state of they didn't really tell us anything. It looks like a bigger Switch. It is what it is. And obviously they haven't shown their hand, and I'm prepared to be patient and wait for an elaboration on what's exactly new. But the more I look at Mario Kart, though, the more I am impressed. I think it shows a really good increase in polygons. Everything is super round. Like, Mario is round, the karts are round, everything is just super round. I think this is a much bigger graphical jump than people give it credit for. And all those animations with the squash and stretch are so lively. So I'm feeling pretty good about all this.
Yeah, Derek, you and I, we did a in-depth reveal analysis within the first half hour of the trailer even dropping, and so people can check that out now after this discussion if they want to. But how are you feeling now as well? Because as John was saying, there's just so many new things to this that I think people didn't really pick up on initially. It might not look graphically, enhanced from the original Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but there's definitely a lot more stuff in there that I think we could be looking forward to. How are you feeling about it now that we've had a day to stew on it?
I'm honestly feeling better and better. The more I see, other people have gone in depth as well, and pulled out more things. I think the expanse of this new Mario Kart is what's truly impressive, and we noted that in our analysis, just how wide the lanes are, how many characters are there, how the last shot just seems to go into the horizon, like where's the rest of the track? It just seems to go. And I've seen people float around the ideas is this like an open world Burnout Paradise type Mario Kart game, which would be kind of wild, but I don't know. I mean, an open world Mario Kart game, that would be something as you're going to each of these places. Don't know if that'll be the case. It's truly ambitious, and it has been a long time since we've gotten a brand new console Mario Kart. But I like where it's going. It definitely seems to be an evolution of the series. Very interestingly, no sign of gliders or anti-grav or anything like that. So there's a lot of stuff just open with both the Switch 2 and Mario Kart that I'm looking forward to seeing. It's going to be a long wait till April, but I also feel I'll just take it as it comes. I'm not going to rush this. Just let's see what they have to show.
Yeah, absolutely. This is pretty much presumably the first track, a very basic looking layout of the track, much different scenery than what we're used to. But I'm sure that they'll be showing us all the little fun extra details as time goes on. If there's, added mechanics, if they've taken some away, we don't know for sure. But what we do know is that we need some characters on this roster. We have a lot of room to fill, and we saw a fair amount already in the original trailer, the soft reveal trailer. But jumping into it, I hesitate to call it Mario Kart 9 because I don't really think it's not exactly the 9th entry. They kind of recognize World Tour as its own entry within Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's Booster Course Pass. And of course we have the real life set you can drive around in your room.
Exactly.
That is true.
Your room is a canon Mario Kart track.
Yeah, can't forget it.
I think this will be like Double Dash. It's going to get a subtitle just to keep it easy.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so too. Yeah.
That's what I was leaning into. Hopefully we'll just get a subtitle and we'll just forget all this numbered nonsense in the past. But John, what kind of characters do you think we might have in Mario Kart next?
Yeah, well, I'm going to start off with middling energy. We can build up to a higher energy. So, throughout the series, we have had many penguins, haven't we? We've had big penguins in Mario 64. We've had little penguins in Mario Party. I just want to drive around as one of those penguins. I think that would be adorable.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
I never considered it, but it also makes an odd amount of sense just because of the Mario movie.
True. Yeah, penguins were a big part of that.
The king.
Yeah, the king penguin. Are they just called penguins in the Mario universe? Is there any canon name for this blue species of?
I think they are just penguins.
Yeah, they never like give them a special name like Koopas or anything. They're just penguins in the universe.
Yeah. Well, I want to drive as a penguin. I think I'd main a penguin. In fact.
Respectable. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do show up quite often now in Mario Party, in Mario in general. Like Mario Party had that one minigame where you're trying to outrun the Mass family trying to get you. As you said, they do play. They're one of the first characters you even see in the Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah.
So that's
They're
something
important.
Yeah,
they are
super important. If you haven't ever released a baby penguin off the side of a cliff from right in front of their mother, are you really a Mario fan?
We've all done it.
Yeah, we have. At first it sounds strange, but then you think about it, it's like, no, that works. That absolutely works. You could totally see it happening.
Yeah,
they're iconic.
We've had Shy Guy since Mario Kart DS. Why not have just a baby penguin?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's I'm not going to say that's a middling star, John. I think that's an excellent beginning to this whole list. So now it's up to you, Derek. How you follow this up with Baby Penguin? What's the character you want to see?
So it's hard because you obviously have these wild picks for what you want to see. Like, do I go with an old classic that I've been waiting for a while, or do I save it and do something a little bit more? Again, what I'd say is middling in the same vein as John, where I could see it happening. It may not be the most exciting, but I could see it. Their character stock has risen in recent years, so I'm going to put out Ninja as a character because he was in Mario Wonder, had that level with dancing and all that stuff, and he was one of the highlighted new characters of Jamboree. So I was really looking at like recent Mario stuff, who's really had their stock rise since Mario Kart 8, and I think Ninja is definitely one of them, and gets more of that Super Mario Brothers 2 representation in there. And again, he might not be the most exciting, but my son knows Ninja. He's like, oh, Ninja! He's just excited for him, so it's like, oh, okay, cool. People like Ninja.
Is Ninja in Mario Kart Tour? I feel like they are.
I don't think they are.
I don't think they are.
I don't think Ninja's a character in Tour. But I remember I did a video like a couple of years back when I was thinking about Booster Course Pass characters, and I do not remember Ninja being on that list. If they are, you can yell at me in the comments.
It's just such a natural fit that it feels like they should have been there.
He's ubiquitous.
Yeah.
Yeah, as mentioned, he's more relevant now. We have him in a surprise guest in Mario Party Jamboree, and I'm excited to see more of Ninja. Just a little guy that you would see only very so often. Another character that proves how influential Mario Brothers 2 USA was, introducing so many iconic characters today, like Shy Guy. But yeah,
Ninja, Penguin, lock them in. They're happening.
They're absolutely happening. All right, Daniel, complete this initial trilogy.
Well, let's see. If we're going for like characters that aren't too often recognized but are absolutely a good part of the Mario universe, someone that I thought about for a long time. I love me Bob-ombs in the universe. I love Shy Guys and I love Bob-ombs. But what about King Bob-omb as a character? He is a character that is in World Tour, so it wouldn't be the first time that we see him, but it would be the first time that he'd be introduced to, an actual console release of Mario Kart. This is a character that also is relevant in other games. One of the very first bosses you ever fight in Mario 64. He's in the Mario Brothers movie for a bit here and there before the tragic explosion happened.
Here's a question about King Bob-omb. Does he take issue in participating in Bob-omb battle, in battle mode, where he's just lobbing Bob-ombs at everybody? Is he okay with that? Because he's the king, and he's just taking all his subjects and killing them. in the hope of hurting other players.
He runs a cruel monarchy, John. I think he has no issue throwing his subjects.
My excuse was going to be, he's going to throw pink bombs because they were enemies in that one.
That would be
true.
cool. That would be cool.
The war never ends between the bob-ombs in this series.
It's a good pick, though. I think that's actually quite likely, especially with the Mario movie kind of bringing him back. Yeah. And he was in Mario Golf Super Rush, too, wasn't he?
I think so, yeah. He's been showing up more often these days, and I'm glad for him. But, pay respects to the king. But let's go ahead and go back around to John. What's another character that you have in line for this game?
Poochie. We are bringing Poochie in. We had a Yoshi's Island track as part of the booster course pass course thing, and I loved it. It's one of the best in the game, and I just longed to drive around as that little pup. I want that so badly.
I'd be so down for that. Poochie did appear in World Tour as well. One of the final characters to be introduced to the mobile game in World Tour. Sadly, did not get introduced to the main game itself, even though Yoshi's Island was introduced right after, or right before, rather.
Wasn't he the flag holder in Yoshi's Island as well? Like, I know he had some part in that course.
I think so. I mean, you're gonna have to get the analysis machine and find out where Poochie is in.
I think he is in that course.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm just vague memories.
I'm just going to be a commenter for a second, Daniel. Are you saying World Tour each time? Is it just Tour, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know why I keep saying World Tour.
Hopefully that stops that comment from happening. But you know,
it might be too late. They're already there. They're typing. It's like he messed up once. We gotta.
You're going around the world. I don't know why I got that.
That's why I didn't question it. It's like, I mean, he's not wrong. I know what he's talking about.
Let's okay, well now we're gonna call this is just gonna be Mario Kart World. That's the name of this title now, so that I don't get confused anymore.
Perfect.
Mario Kart Tour, sorry.
No, Poochie makes sense. He hasn't got a chance to really shine because it's been a while since we had a Yoshi game. But when he in Crafted World, he was a pretty major player along with the Poochie pups. So
that's right. You can have a baby version. There's Poochie and there's Poochie pup.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. You got to have that light character.
That'd be so down.
I like it. I think people hated Poochie for a while, but then they sort of came around. I was like, no, he's kind of cute.
Yeah, we don't trust people who hate Poochie. No.
Poochie's done nothing wrong.
No.
I guess I'll go with for my next one. I'll go with one I've been wanting for a while. Feels like they should have been in a long time ago. It's crazy that it hasn't happened. Maybe it's not like the most marketable or anything like that, but he's been a fixture of Mario for a long time, and even got to come back in Luigi's Mansion 3. It's time for EGAD to get a cart.
I thought that was where you were going.
I had a feeling.
Yes, absolutely.
EGAD absolutely has been done dirty multiple times throughout this series, and he at least deserves a place in Mario Karts. He's had such a prominent role, especially in the GameCube era. He's made the Poltergeist and the Flood. He had a big influence on that sort of thing. He's had his own board in Mario Party 6, I believe. And yeah, he's just been a staple character that's been around for so long, and I don't know why we haven't had him introduced into Mario Kart up to this point.
He kind of toes the line of spin-off character, because whenever we have these discussions, there's always people who bring in like their favorite RPG character, and it's pretty unlikely that most of them will make it into Mario Kart. Like, I'm talking like Forfall is probably not going to be in Mario Kart 9. But EGAD, I think he just about makes it in, because he has like ties to mainline Mario. I think Luigi's Mansion is a little bit more seen as like a more prominent kind of in that field than some of the RPG spin-offs are. So I reckon EGAD could make it in. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he has a good chance. And I can also see, because of all the strange tires and setups that we saw in the trailer for the carts themselves, maybe just put him in the mechanic. Just give him a role. Like, oh, he's the one doing all the modifications. Like, give some personality to that.
Yeah. I think Luigi's main carts in DS was just like the Poltergeist turned into like the vacuum turned into a vehicle. Like that's exactly what EGAD would create and drive himself. And it's just like, well, he still has a chance. This is like a good proper time for him to show up here. I'm so down for it.
Just to build off, this is a very small one a moment. Just to build off EGAD, could he bring Gooigi with him as Luigi's Pink Gold Peach?
See, this is
Yes.
this is an alternate branch of the discussion that I would bring up at some points, but I feel like alternate characters, just put them into one
Yeah, they
skins
should be.
instead.
Sure.
I mean, we
they-
see Peach in her regular dress, right? So surely
Yeah.
there must be some costumes that she can wear, because that's really odd for Mario Kart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
to have her not be in the
Biker costume. Like,
Daniel pointed that out right away in the analysis. So she's riding the bike in a dress, which is weird.
it must be an alternate costume, right?
it has to be. Like, there's so much
Yeah.
room for these. Like, just get rid of Rose Gold Peach and instead put Sword Fighter Peach instead. So something
That'd
from
be
that.
cool.
And honestly, I was thinking I did have an idea for this to go off, and I'm not going to put this in official character, but for going off costumes, or maybe just have ideas of them having those alternates where they sort of change the physics. Because, Peach is, normal size kart racer, has that standard stuff, but you go pink gold and she's heavy. And I guess same with Mario, but, do we really need Metal Mario anymore? He's not that exciting. It's kind of a boring pick. Let's go Elephant Mario.
That'd be cool.
Oh man,
That'd
yeah.
be a nice way to have a heavy character all of a sudden, but still be able to play as Mario.
Just distinctively different Mario. That's not just in a Tanuki suit or something. Instead, that can still be a costume, but yeah, have actual variety between these characters if you're gonna do Mario for the 5th time.
I'd love that. And we've had that a bit already, like with Yoshi colors and Link, and like we have like Green Tunic Link and Breath of the Wild Link. Like, there's no reason they couldn't do that.
Yeah, all the special guest characters, like the Inklings have different genders and
Yeah.
colors. The villagers have male and female. Like, you could totally just do this with all the rest of the cast as well.
Yeah.
But they wanted to have that nice even 48 character box apparently. So, but anyway, that's another bit of a tangent. But who's next on this? You just
I
went
believe
there,
you,
right?
I believe you
Yeah.
because I went Egad.
Yeah, we had
Okay.
Egad and then Guigi. I interrupted with Guigi, but yeah, you'll go.
No, it's all good. We're just spitballing here. Someone that I feel like should return, and this is a funny pick, I think. DK Jr. should come
I
back again.
had them down too.
I did
So-
not put them down. I can say that.
The funny thing is that DK Jr. is in Mario Kart 4, but as the 16-bit version, which I think is fantastic. Mario is the only other character in that game who had a 16-bit version show up, but that's one version of a character that I think could totally appear either as that version or just as your regular 3D model if they want to keep everything uniform. Because I don't think has Junior been in anything playable since like Mario Tennis for the N64.
Not playable, no.
That's
They've
crazy.
been like the background of Mario Kart games, right? It's just
I think so.
just in the crowds.
Yeah.
I guess that leads to the question: like, would they choose DK Jr. over, well, Dixie Kong, or I even go even further, beyond that with other Kongs? Cranky Kong would be the next logical addition as well.
Yeah. You don't choose Junior over them, but
Yeah.
there's no reason they can't be there in addition. I mean, Junior's got that Mario Kart legacy. I guess we can just talk about the Kongs real quick. All of them, yeah. I don't think we need like, I don't know, Tiny Kong, but I think Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, Cranky Kong, Funky Kong, yeah, and then Donkey Kong Jr. I think all of them.
Yeah,
just
I'd be down for that.
If we're gonna have all the Koopalings again, just have a whole list of Kongs instead.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure all the Koopalings are going to be back. I'm pretty sure the
yeah.
entire roster of 8 is going to be back. Maybe barring the other franchises. Hard to say on that one, but at least the Mario characters, I think they're all going to be back.
I think so. But yeah, that's my choice for Kong. I know that's probably the least likely Kong of the bunch, but hopefully we'll see
It'd be cool.
some representation for the last for the roster.
Was the bunch pun intentional, Daniel? Because
Yes.
if so, kudos.
Yes. All right, John. What's another pick that you got?
Oh,
Do
this
one
is
more.
one you'd have to scale up, but that's no issue. They've scaled up and scaled down characters many times. I'm talking about a little guy called Prince Florian. From Super
Yeah.
Mario
Ooh.
Brothers Wonder.
Yeah.
The newest mainline character. I love this little guy. I think what makes them quite likely is alongside like Mario, Luigi, and everyone, they got a distinct voice actor for Prince Florian, and they did the same for Nabbit, new voice. And I think if you're going to go that far, like you could have just, I don't know, just it's an English voice. They could have just go ahead and done just little sounds in Japanese, but the fact that they've gone all the way to cast somebody in English, I think makes it pretty likely that this guy's going to stick around in some regard, whether it's in like Mario Party, Mario Kart, I don't know, whatever else. But I think Prince Florian is probably going to stick around in a lot of spin-offs, and I hope that that's the case, because I love the design so much.
Yeah, it's a really
Florian.
fun design. Would you pair him with the talking flower?
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Like, have
The
those
flower
two
would
together.
have to actually talk, though. They'd have to commentate on what's going on a little bit.
True.
And I'd like that to happen.
Honestly, I wouldn't. I don't know if I'd mind the flower actually being a commentator on Mario Kart.
I would.
That would be interesting.
I'd love it if there was like, this is outside the discussion, but I feel like if there's like a Mario Wonder stage and he's just kind of talking in various intervals throughout the stage. This is multiple
Yeah.
flowers. That'd be something fun. I know they're gonna add that flower somewhere in this game. They have
It
to.
has to be.
Yeah, for sure. In Mario Tennis Aces, in the final round, like you have like Toads commentating on it, and I would love for, as you're saying, like Prince Florian just having like real spoken dialogue, just commentating on the race. I think you can get him in there somewhere.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a good choice. I would love to see him in there.
I like it. I like it. I mean, they squeezed down the Queen Bee into a card. I think they could.
Exactly.
People love Florian way more than Queen Bee.
Well, while we're here, they haven't reappeared since Mario Kart 7. Are they coming back?
No.
No.
Queen Bee? No.
Yeah.
You want Queen Bee back?
I don't know if I want them back, but I think they will come back.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna we're worried about filling out this roster, so I'm gonna go ahead and I have a cheat here for my next character or characters, because we have a bunch of Kongs, we have a bunch of Koopalings. Where do we get another set of characters? The Brutals. Bring in the
They've
Brutals
not
from Mario
reappeared
Odyssey.
ever. It's
Nope.
so weird.
Bring in the Brutals, and that's 5 new characters that you
Yeah.
can pop into carts.
Man, I can't believe, they've only ever been in Odyssey, and we've never seen them in any capacity ever since then.
No.
A lot of Odyssey stuff has gone really underutilized. I love the guys in the Sand Kingdom, the little Mercury guys. I love them so
yeah.
much. But yeah, none of them. I mean, we could just get like a new Donker, just get like a human man.
Just get a
driving
man.
Cart.
The only lasting legacy of Odyssey as far as characters go is Pauline, and I feel like
Yeah.
that there should be more.
Huge shame, yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah. I mean, we'll probably get, if there's character skins, we'll get like Pauline in her mayor outfit. I've always wanted that too, because that's a proper biking outfit, I think. But yeah, I think we could. Can we have a human? I don't know. I'm considering
just a human man.
just a man. Oh my god.
New Donker.
I do like the idea of the Brutals, though. I think that'd be a cool fit.
Yeah. Good one. Okay. Well, I mean, my next character was already Odyssey related, so this is a good segue into it. I really want Cappy in this one. Just little ghost Cappy in this game. That's so perfect. Just have him in there. When you do like little tricks, maybe he'll turn into a different hat, or the various hats from within Mario Odyssey. Just like a random one out of a selection of who knows how many. That'd be just so fun. And yeah, just again another character that we just haven't seen anything of since Odyssey, which is very surprising
Do
to me.
you picture a floating hat that is just moving the car magically, or do you picture Cappy has captured the car and is like he's actually on the cart, isn't like he's possessed it?
I've always pictured like the little ghost, like his true version, where he's like a little white ghost with the little white top hat and just his little hands holding on the wheel. That's the version I've always
That's how you get the most personality. But I think that would be fun if when he does tricks, then he like possesses the car and you can have little like eyes on it or something like that.
Yeah, like spins around and you see his eyes pop out and something.
I like
Yeah,
that idea.
yeah.
I think that's fun.
But yeah, that's a whole list of characters from us. But is there any like rapid fire characters that you would imagine that maybe you have on your list that you would imagine seeing in a new Mario Kart game like this?
Plessy. Plessy's a mainstay now. Plessy's in like every game. You'll shrink them down a bunch, but I'd love Plessy in a car.
That's a lot of shrinkage.
Or have a Plessy cart. There you go.
Yeah, I guess that could work too.
Plessy themed cart. I was thinking about other enemies, and I was thinking of like if we wanted another really heavy enemy, Sumo Bro. We've already seen him in the background, so why not make one of them playable?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of characters from Tor that we could just introduce. Like the Hammer Bros were also one that was never introduced here, and like they have actual alternate colors. That's just like Fire Bro, Boomerang Bro, Hammer Bro that you can easily put in for separate skins for that character. And same with Sumo Bro, I think too.
Yeah.
We were saying about the legacy of Mario 2 earlier. There's one character that has not been brought forward with this legacy, and that is Wart. Do we think Wart has any chance, or is Wart just stuck in the Doki Doki Panic universe?
He's not stuck in Doki Doki Panic. He's also
in
Link's Awakening.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be more of a Zelda crossover than Mario at this point.
I doubt it, but it'd be wonderful. I'd be really happy to see Wart here, just because it'd be so different and fun. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing more of the enemies from there. We got like the only thing that survived as far as bosses in that game was Birdo, but we have Mauser, we have Triclyde. Like, why not those? I actually had Mauser on my list because Mauser would be kind of fun. He threw bombs. It fits.
Yeah, the mischievous little guy. Like as you mentioned, it characters like I love Charging Chuck. He's one of my favorite Mario enemies as well. I think he's also in maybe he's also in Tor. There's so many characters in Tor that they can pull from that I love to see.
Yeah.
Love Chain Chomp in Mario Tennis Aces. Just put a little Chain Chomp in a cart.
You guys will think me crazy, but I think we need another baby in there. We need Baby Bowser. We need Baby Bowser.
Huh.
I know Bowser Jr. kind of fills that role to some degree, but there is design differences, and I don't know. I feel like it'd be kind of interesting to have Baby Bowser there as well.
I want to remove half the babies from this game. I think I draw the line at Baby Mario and Baby Luigi. They at least have the legacy there, but the baby princesses, I'm just like, just stop. So they're gonna add Baby Pauline before they get done with this roster.
They could technically put in Baby Wario, Baby Donkey Kong because they were in games.
That's true. They're canon.
Baby Rosalina and Baby Daisy aren't even in a thing. It's just this, so they could totally just babyfy. Did you ever want to see Baby Waluigi?
Oh, no.
Can we at least agree Baby Bowser wouldn't be a bad Bowser Jr. alt as a costume?
That is true. Alt would be fun. I'd like to see that as an alt.
I would. Here's a complete.
Daniel's like, no babies.
I'm gonna try and change the subject. Completely out of pocket character, Mona from WarioWare. Get a WarioWare character in here.
Okay. You know what? When I was getting ready for this discussion, I asked Amy what characters she'd like to see in there, and she actually brought up Plum from Mario Golf.
Oh man, it's been so
Just
long.
Another human.
Yeah, another human
man from Mario Odyssey and human girl from Mario Golf.
I think bringing those characters back. I mean, she got a trophy back in the day in Melee.
That's true.
There's so many.
One avenue we haven't explored. I think we're wrapping up, so let's not explore it too much. This might even be another topic. But Mario Kart 8 did a bunch of crossover characters. We had Link, we had Villager, we had Inkling, we had the amiibo costumes had Sonic. There's obviously room for a lot of that stuff, and we've stuck to just cool Mario characters here. But yeah, maybe this is something else we can talk about another day.
Yeah, that's definitely one that we can open the can on much more at a different time. But because I'm gonna represent my boy over here, Pac-Man.
He's always been there before. He deserves it.
Yeah, I've been championing Pac-Man ever since the booster course passed, as least likely as it would be. But he was already in the game because he has a Mii costume, just like Mega Man, just like Sonic, his third party.
And also
cast.
Mario Kart Arcade.
He's been there multiple times now.
Yeah, I'm so down to have that happen. But that's definitely a discussion that we can have another time if we decide to, because that's a lot that we can go through if we decide.
I guess the big question is, do we think there's any chance of RPG character making in this? Like whether it's Fawful or going off the more recent Mario RPGs, somebody like Mallow or Goombella or Connie, since those are the three most recent RPGs, each representing a different facet. Like, do they have a chance, or are they out of luck?
I want to say no. I think Mallow and Gino would be cool, but I don't think so.
Yeah, like as much as I would love a character like Mallow to be in here, and as relevant as they are now, because we've had 3 Mario RPGs in the last year and a half, I don't really see that being like their top priority right now. So I would love it, of course. I love those games to death, but man, I think we're just gonna keep it to mainline Mario universe for the time being, and potentially third party, or not third party, potentially other Nintendo crossovers too.
Maybe third party, but yeah, mostly Nintendo.
It's definitely gonna be mostly Nintendo, probably mostly Mario. I honestly, after looking at this little snippet, I have a feeling they're not gonna branch out into too many other Nintendo franchises. We might get like one or two, but not too much beyond that.
Yeah, that's what it feels like to me. But yeah, is there any other final comments or predictions you have for this before we wrap this one up?
We didn't get a single thing wrong. Come April, you're going to see the character select screen, and you're going to see everybody that we just talked about, including Plum and Man.
and Man, new Donker.
Hey, he was a racer in New Donk City. He had that guy using that little cart, so
he's been practicing.
Oh,
he's
man.
ready.
He'll be driving a little RC car with the controller out on the sidelines. That's how he's going to be participating. You're just a little RC car. All right then, everyone. Well, thank you all so much for checking out this discussion. If you're interested in more from GVG, please take a look at the other videos we have on the Switch 2 and on Mario Kart's reveal on the channel. If you like what you see, you can please support us, leave a like, a comment, ring that bell for more, and yeah, stay tuned for more, because we have a lot more to say about the Switch 2 on the oncoming days. So we hope you're there to catch it with us. But until then, everyone, take care till we meet again.